Okay, AJ, I'm just going to do a quick video and just talk a little bit about this particular replay. This one is actually a really good one, even though it is a Town Hall 13 with scatter shots, not just scatter shots, but level 2 scatter shots, which are really going to create problems for a hybrid army. So level 1 are okay. Level 2 really become a problem, meaning that these guys can two-shot your hogs. So I want to just talk a little bit about what happened on this attack, because how you went in through a corner. I'll show you why I talk about avoiding corners, but I also understand why you did it, because it's the closest path to the town hall. But then also, as you start your hogs and miners, how your miners get distracted up here. And that's the second piece that's really important. And then I'll call out something that we talked about in chat, which is how you're missing out on about 65 supply of offensive destruction or offensive power that I have when I'm attacking. So here are the things that you're doing really well. You're checking for CC. I don't see CCs much in these, but then you're establishing your funnel. You're making sure your queen's going to go in. The thing that I would do here before anything else is I probably would have just put down the wall wrecker, the king and the wall wrecker at the same time. And the reason for that is you've got 1, 2, 3 offensive buildings tied up here. So you would only have one cannon at Town Hall, not even max Town Hall 11, and one wizard tower going after your wall wrecker. And so that's not a lot of damage. Your wall wrecker is still going to get in here. Once it gets in here and the expos pick up, so these expos are going to start attacking as soon as it crosses this section, it should have enough hit points to actually get through this next wall, and then you're golden. So that would be a small change I would make. So from here, I also want to talk about your investment to what you actually got out of putting down 20 supply for trash clearing. So your 2 baby dragons took out 3 buildings for 20 supply. To me, that's actually a really bad, that's not a good exchange. You invested 20 supply for 3 buildings. Even if you put down a P.E.K.K.A. at this level, which is 25 supply, you would have had probably this entire section cleared out before the P.E.K.K.A. went down. So always look at what you're getting in return for the investment. So then, King's doing his thing. I'm going to speed up a little bit here. You hit his ability probably a little sooner than I would, but I understand why you did. And now it's getting your queen and your wall wrecker down, which is fine. You are at 2 minutes, 9 seconds, so 50 seconds into the attack. And this is all you've established so far. So 50 seconds to check the CC and clear this out. It's a little slow. So I would definitely try to speed things up. Make sure that you can get through this a little quicker. The design of the base, it has these really high hit point buildings over here. So it's trying to keep things from going into the center here, but you did a really good job funneling and getting stuff in here. But there is a chance that your queen walks this way and doesn't enter in. Even though all of this is down, there is a chance that she walks this way, which is why corners are so tough, because the way her logic works, just think about it. She hits anything within 4 squares of her. So that includes the wall piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think it's 5, because it would hit a building that's right here. So if we were to zoom in, you would see here's the wall. Her range is these 3 squares. And if a building's here, she would hit it. So it's 5 squares. So that's why she can attack the CC. And once the CC goes down, it would tell me that she's going to work her way up this way. So let's see what happens. So that's exactly what she does. She starts working her way up. Now she decides to go in, which is good. And she's doing what you want. But there was a chance that she goes to this building. I've seen it so many times. So that's why corner attacks are so tough. So she is doing what you want her to do. Your rages are actually super good. And this is something that I'm going to put this in Discord, but Caden can really, I'd like him to study a little bit about this placement. So you're going to see that when you place rages down, you're not so worried about the Archer Queen being in the rage range the whole time, but you want the healers to be in the rage range. Say that 10 times fast. the whole time, because if she can stay alive, she'll do enough damage 65 plus to take down all of this stuff. It might be a little longer, but it's not. It's more important to have your healers in the rage than anything else. In this case, you did it perfectly. You got the rage down, and the perimeter is just getting all of the healers, which means she's going to have maximum time in the rage, and your healers are going to have maximum time in the rage. So good job there. Now, the next piece I want to talk about is your CC. Your CC popped. You got that second wall piece broken down. And what is it doing? It's really not doing anything for you. Your queen is heading to the left. These guys are over here, and they're going to continue working their way over, but there's no damage coming over here. So they're just going to be stuck. And when these guys pop, they're going to end up freezing stuff that don't actually matter. And so again, it's in this stage of the game at Town Hall 12, when I see this, something went wrong. That's just me. Because now these guys are going to go over here. Your queen is kind of doing things. Let's see what happens when this first one pops, what it all actually gets. So it does end up taking it down, but she's not going after the town hall yet. Second one freezes, but doesn't get the town hall, so you have to use a rage. So again, CC is an important one. What I've found, so now that she's cleared everything out, she's walking to the right. So again, this is why corners are so tough. She has now changed directions 3 times. So she walked in here. There's a chance she's going to go up, but she went in. Then she kind of went over to the right. Then she went over to the left. Then she's back over to the right again. And so they're like, which way do you bring in your next phase of your army? Do you go over here or do you go over here? All of your units for funneling are gone. So when I look at deploying your next phase of your army, I'll get back to your queen in a minute. So if you were to deploy right here, which is actually where I think you went, yeah, this is a lot of really focused attacks. But once they get here, what's going to happen? You're going to have some stuff coming up this way. And with the with this hero here, she's going to pull some stuff, but not all. But what's going to happen is your miners are going to get distracted up here. Your miners are where most of your damage is. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Your hogs are great, but your miners are where the punch comes in. With both of them, that's why the hybrid works so well. So back down here, if you go up here, they're on their own. Now you got to heal and you got to focus on them, but you also have to keep your queen up. Nice thing is she took down the town hall. So now you don't have to pop a warden ability for the town hall. You can save it for, say, up here when the damage is really heavy. I mean, look at all the damage up here. Double cannon. All of this stuff is pretty much in range of each other. So if I were to look at this, if they're, you've got a lot of towers, a lot of damage coming in, and the 2 expos. Because this expo, if we were to count right here from the wall, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So the queen could potentially work her way over, but there's too much over here to keep her distracted. Plus you have this guy going after your queen. Once this locks on, your queen's pretty much in trouble. You've got 1 freeze left. So let's just see what happens. I'm curious if she survives. So there you go. Yep, you started your second phase with 1:07 left. Way too late. You want to get your second phase off. And I want to show you real quick. Look at your miner health. After 1 hit. They're all half health already. And look at that. Under the warden, they can take 2 hits. And there's another hit. And you can see that things are even already starting to die, even under heal. So that's why it's so tough to go against these right here. And then you got that. You're doing a really good job keeping things alive. And now I want you to see the separation. So now things are starting to come up here. You got stuff going down here. Oh, your queen died. Your queen died. So your queen didn't make it through because you had a lot of damage coming through and you're out of rages. So you work through it up here. You're doing the best you can with heals. You got 1 more heal in your pocket. The heal was a little aggressive. So if we look at how much was around here, you're trying to lead as much as possible, but they were about to take down this. You put the heal up here and everything's going to kind of come up here and work its way around. So the heal being placed more right around here is going to get more of your hogs. So they're getting healed. They're getting healed. They're still staying healed. Now the heal wore off, right? Nope, they're still getting healed. So overall good heal. I mean, that's cool, but you don't have a single miner with you. They're all up here taking care of trash, which is not helping you right now. You need help because now that the heals are gone, you're you've got this guy left down here. You've got a lot of damage coming in on them, and it's only a matter of time. And they're just gonna fizzle out. So your warden's down. You've got some miners left up here, but it's pretty much just like you did a great job with what you had. But there are a couple small things. One being move away from Wallwalker and start working towards siege barracks, which I think you already picked up on. So I'm just going to show you the base. We're going to pause it. So this is what I would have done with a siege barracks and a king, right? So I would have started the queen right here. The intent is to either, depending on which way she goes, because if you start her right here, she could go this way or she could go this way. But if she starts heading up this way, wall break into this wall piece here. Why right here? Because look at what she has access to. Everything around here, right? The chances of her dying to this single target inferno is really, really low because she'll take care of all of this 2 to 3 shots. This will take 4, I believe, 4 or 5, but all of this goes down really quick. And the range of this, she has to be like up on it. I think if she stands in this corner, she might get targeted, but there's no threat to her here. So she's just going to walk in and she's going to probably start working her way over here, right? This is what I'm thinking in my head. Then I put king down. So as she's working her way up here, you wall break in, put king down on this guy, have him start working up. Even if he starts attacking this, he'll still pull over to here. Then as the queen starts entering in and she's taking down this stuff, then put down your siege barracks up here. Why? Because you're going to get an extra P.E.K.K.A. and a ton of wizards. And they're going to start working on this trash up here. So as soon as the trash is done from up here, then you start your main phase. The phase starts when your siege barracks is about to pop. So you're going to get 8 extra hogs, 40 supply worth of max level hogs on top of the hogs you're bringing. So if you bring 13 hogs, that's 21 hogs plus 13 miners. That's a huge amount of damage coming out right away. And you have 3 heals. I only ever bring 2 because I pull an extra rage in here, and you can play with it. You can do two rages and then try to keep your army alive a little longer. I like putting more weight into getting my queen to do what I want her to do, but it's up to you. But so from there, once this is cleared off, your miners have no choice but to go straight into the base, and you round this corner really, really fast. And so you might be wondering, Nick, what do I do with my queen? Well, up to this point, she may or may not have taken down the town hall because you did not take down this extra wall piece, but you got this down. So as things are moving in, you'll have some stuff pull to the town hall, and you can use your warden ability for that. But the eagle's down for sure, so you're not taking shots from the eagle. This is probably close to down, if not down, hopefully. If not a huge deal. You pop an early heal, right? So there's a lot of factors at play when I go through a base like this, but that's what I would have done. I don't know if it would have been a 3-star or not at your level. The scatters make it really tough for you to 3-star. I'm just gonna be totally honest. So I'll show you an example on the replay that I shared in chat. This is no warden, no king. I 90% 2-star, and that's just because I time failed. So I'm establishing my funnel down here. I keep wanting to tap on the pause button on my computer, but that's fine. And so what I'm doing is I put this guy down because I know which way he's going to head. He's going to go south. I don't know which way she's going. Do I care which way she's going, depending on if it's down or up? I sure do, just because this single target can really hurt me. But my intention is for her to go up. And so you can see she goes up because I've got the P.E.K.K.A. going down, but he's going to get taken down pretty quick by that single target, but he gets out of range. Now this is just a normal attack. So I didn't have time to say, oh, this might take down my P.E.K.K.A. Maybe I'd do a different avenue. I was just saying, well, we'll see what we see. So as soon as I know that my archer queen's stepping in up here, this is where I normally put a king down. but instead I put a baby dragon. And you can see the value I get out of this baby dragon for 10 supply. You can see baby dragon's going to do work for me. And then he picks up a black bomb, does exactly what I want, because now my healers won't pick up that black bomb. And so now my first rage comes down. You'll see I'm leading for healers to be under rage, not necessarily my Archer Queen. And now I know she's going to take down all of this. There's no chance of her dying. Now, if this single target was up, I'd probably be screwed, because she's like really distracted. She attacked everything but this until right now, and I don't know if two freezes would have been enough. So take that for what it's worth. And then for this, you'll see me freeze the queen quite a bit whenever I fight a queen, but because the healers were under rage, I didn't freeze her. So just keep in mind that, like, if let's say she's engaging the Archer Queen, I would have freezed her as soon as I saw that first hit on my queen. I would have timed the freeze. So meanwhile, I know I want to go on this corner down here, because I want to help my queen out. I want to keep her alive as long as possible. So instead of putting them up here where there's a lot of trash, I might be able to get through some of it with my siege machine, or my siege barracks. But at this point, my goal is let's try to keep my queen alive as long as possible. These single target infernos can really cause problems. This is a multi, so I know the multi is not going to be an issue for my queen, but it will be an issue for my army. Blah blah blah. So I let her do her thing. I have 0 rages left. I've got an ability left. I'll let the ability auto pop, and I start my next phase. Single target infernos, do not care about them for my main push. But now you can see the main power of the push coming in. Here goes my first heal, because I know they're going to start taking a lot of damage from the eagle and from other things. And so now I know they're kind of heading up here. I'm following where things are going. I lose some stuff over here, which is fine. And I'm just going to try to heal through as much as I can. If I had my warden ability, things would be in much better shape. But I get one more heal down, I believe. Nope, that must have been my second heal. So that second heal there was as best as I could. So now it's all about damage avoidance for me. So up here I got a freeze down just to try to damage avoid as much as I could. But look at my queen. She's good. She's 2/3 health. She's still doing damage. She's behind an army. My hogs are about to go down, which is cool, even though they're under healers. Would have liked a better switch from my healers to heal, but not a huge deal. If I would have had my warden, I would have popped the warden ability for this section down here, and then used my second heal for all of the trash up here to keep things alive. So high level, use your siege machine to clear out and funnel the trash on the outside of a base, so your army spends as much time as possible in the base. And then start using the siege machine with max hogs and see how that goes.